Well, hello YouTubers. Today I'm coming to you from Mount Baker, Washington State. Now normally I start out and I talk about the lighter side of life in terms of RV living, but today I want to talk to you about something serious that can affect every one of you, whether you live in an RV or not. And what I'm about to talk about is something that some people feel uncomfortable talking about, and other people are more and more actually breaching this subject and discussing it, which I think we all should. And what I'm about to talk about is the impending financial crisis that the United States, Canada, and the rest of the world is about to face. Now, I'm not a person that talks about conspiracies. I'm not a religious person, so I don't believe Jesus is coming back. But that being said, I'm looking around me from my gated community here in Mount Baker, and the rest of you who follow me know that I spend time in the winter in that gated community in Palm Desert. And from this sheltered little world that some of us people live in, I'm seeing serious problems. We're living in a world now that the stock market is very, very high, at an all-time high, in fact, historically. When the fundamentals are not with us, there's so many people losing their jobs, so many people struggling. Unemployment is an all-time high. Right now in Europe, things are getting very difficult. There's talk of serious problems with the Greece debt crisis, and Spain, Portugal, and several other countries are not far behind. The United Kingdom is experiencing serious problems meeting their obligations, and they too cannot keep printing their way out of this mess like the United States is doing. Now, back here at home in North America, the housing crisis in terms of price valuation versus what people are making is crazy. It is not sustainable. For you history buffs, anybody who looks back to the tulip mania in the Netherlands, it's the same idea, folks. I challenge any of you history buffs to come up with any sustainable market that sustains itself forever. It doesn't happen, folks. In my own life, I've seen the junk bond market implode. I've seen the housing crisis of the interest rate problem in the early 80s. I've seen wild speculation in the dot-com market. Nothing is sustainable, folks. And right now, it's like there's pennies from heaven. The entire world is doing great, but it is not doing great. All the great jobs are gone. They're all overseas. The housing prices are unsustainable. The US dollar is just being printed, and it is propped up on hopes and dreams, I guess. The euro is in serious crisis. Now, I'm not suggesting that even when this correction happens, because it's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. Now, I'm seeing more and more commercials here in the United States with Ron Paul. Not that I'm a big supporter of Ron Paul, but something that he has to say should be heeded, and I think we should listen to him. And he's not the only one, folks. Now, that being said, I don't suspect we're all going to live in caves if and when this happens. No. But what I'm suggesting to all of us is to start living within your means. Start downsizing. People do not need to live in 6,000 square foot homes. People do not need to have 6 cars. People do not need to have 7 flat screens. People do not need to go out for dinner and maximize their credit card and credit lines buying stupid things to impress people they do not like with money they do not have. This is foolish, my friends. And I challenge any of you out here to support foolish spending and extravagance. Because I remember, I was born in the mid-60s, but in the 70s, almost every man could support his family on one income, even then. And everybody lived quite egalitarian, meaning we all had a house that was fairly small, but everybody had that same house. Everybody had one car, everyone had one color TV set, everybody put the clothes on their children's back, and everybody did just fine. Nowadays, we're living too hedonistically, too excessively, and all the money we're spending is all phony electronic money. So, I beg you folks to do a bit of research and to consider my words, because it's going to happen. Now, I live in an RV, as you guys know, so I'm just going to move my RV to where the life is stable and the work is available. Stay safe, folks. Talk to you soon.